This is going to be the ultimate Bitcoin calm before the storm, because we have already been having a look into what's this symmetrical triangle being formed. But right now as well, on that larger time frame, Bitcoin is also getting squeezed in. On top of that, we need to be having a look into what's a very important Bitcoin signal flashing right now, and that and much more in this video. Bitcoin is right now actually extremely boring after this Bitcoin halving, but when is that major move going to be once again incoming? Well, we need to be talking about that exactly. So can we once again push up the likes back above the 150 likes? That will be absolutely amazing. And as always, let's have a look into what's that short term. And yes, yesterday, once again, Bitcoin tried to be pushing towards the upside, but once again failed to do so with this rejection right after. But well, still, Bitcoin is trading above these levels of support. Definitely, we are still getting held by these levels of support. So in that short term, it is actually still looking quite bullish. We are still trading inside of this uptrend with this green continuation candles right now being formed. So most likely, anytime soon, we can actually be expecting a move towards the upside getting initiated. And we do have a lot of metrics actually backing up this idea. But anyways, before talking about that exactly, well, Bitcoin is just basically getting squeezed in because we are having this a very important level of resistance where we got this rejection from off, and still at the same time, we are also having this important level of support. So basically, Bitcoin is just bouncing around, getting squeezed in inside of this breakout pattern, and anytime soon, for that short term, we can actually be expecting a major breakout. Now yes, do keep in mind, currently it is a Friday, so we are going to be headed for another weekend. I do not think that we are going to be creating any kind of a major move during the course of the weekend, but most definitely beginning next week, well, we are expected to see our breakout, because beginning next week, we are going to be coming close towards this apex of this symmetrical triangle being formed over here. We have been having this level of support with 3 touch points at this moment, and also because of yesterday's correction, we can be having a look into this level of resistance squeezing us in, and beginning next week we are going to be expecting this breakout. Now I do not think that during this weekend we are going to be seeing this breakout, but probably beginning next week. Now at the same time, we are forming this Bitcoin hidden bullish divergence. This is not a regular Bitcoin bullish divergence, but definitely a hidden one. Not as powerful as a regular bullish divergence, but definitely something to have a look in towards, something which is indicating me already, combined with all of these other metrics and signals, that yes indeed, it is actually going to be more likely that we are going to be seeing this breakout towards the upside. But yes, these breakouts are going to be extremely important, because if we are going to be breaking this one out towards the upside, most likely we are going to be breaking above this level of resistance as well, and then, well, most definitely new all-time-highs are going to be inevitable in my opinion. But at the same time as well, if we are going to be breaking out towards the upside, we are also going to be breaking this cup and handle pattern towards the upside. We have been forming somewhat of a bull flag pattern at this moment over here. We've also been forming this V-shaped recovery, definitely indicating this cup and handle pattern being created. And if we are going to be breaking this one out towards the upside, I definitely do think we are going to be getting a lot of momentum and a lot of volatility towards the upside. Now definitely that these Bitcoin funding rates are still sitting extremely low, indicating that at these levels I am still going to be extremely bullish. Now also having a look into what's a Bitcoin liquidity, majority of that Bitcoin liquidity is actually sitting at the top side, actually is sitting above this level of resistance. So most likely, well, Bitcoin is going to be headed for that majority of the liquidity, and then if we are going to be grabbing that liquidity, we are of course going to be breaking above this level of resistance, which is going to be the catalyst for many bullish breakouts. So right now already, this is going to be the Bitcoin calm before the storm. A big move is about to be happening. I think it will be happening next week, but do still keep in mind that while we have been talking about a little bit more of the shorter term right now, well, still Bitcoin is extremely boring in that longer term. We have just been consolidating in inside of this range have not really been doing anything, and this is exactly what we can be seeing in the Bitcoin volatility indicator. Having a look into the Bitcoin Bullish bands, well, we are getting squeezed in massively, indicating that a huge move is around the corner, just like has happened all of the time whenever this happened for Bitcoin. And to be honest, I did not really know why this has been happening, because Bitcoin is literally sitting at around new all-time highs, and Bitcoin is just so boring. The Bitcoin volatility is just so low. Like, I was thinking all of the time, how could this be happening? And whenever I saw this chart, it all made sense. Because of course we had that Bitcoin halving, and also in the last cycle, what we actually saw happening is 10 weeks of consolidation, and then actually that first initial move was getting started. But yeah, during the last Bitcoin halving, we saw a slow slope towards the upside, and then suddenly everything went exponential. And right now we are actually seeing something extremely similar. We are also seeing some kind of a slow slope towards the upside, and I think that suddenly at one point we are going to be seeing all our volatility kick in, and that next major move, that parabolic move, getting initiated. And it can still take some more time, but I do want you to keep in mind, and I do want you to know that anytime soon that move can be getting initiated. Now, I do want you to be aware that yes, right now Bitcoin has actually already seen this breakout. Outside of this bull flag pattern, we have been perfectly retesting this breakout, so probably, I think this could be indicating that next Bitcoin move, and probably I think that volatility is going to be inevitable in the coming few weeks, and maybe we can be seeing it with this breakout right here. But anyways, what we can be seeing is that Bitcoin whales are right now accumulating at a pace as never seen before. Actually, we did see it before during the last cycle in 2020, and this was literally right at the moment before Bitcoin started to go parabolic over here. We saw these whales actually accumulating like never before, and right now the same exact thing is happening. So yeah, what I am just seeing is calm before the storm. After calm before the storm, I think that a huge breakout is going to be inevitable in that short term, but also in that longer term. Well, you should definitely be prepared at this moment. And guys, if you are going to be getting interested in trading as well with this opportunity coming up, definitely make sure to check out that link down below, because on your initial sign up, you are going to be eligible for a $5 just without doing anything. Only sign up over on CoinW, you're going to be getting a $5. Now on your first trade, you're going to be getting a free $100. So that is absolutely insane. Also, you can be claiming a $30,000 deposit bonus. Now do keep in mind that these bonuses are only going to be available if you do use that link down below. But the best thing is, over on CoinW, there's no KYC required. That means that everyone all around the world is going to be eligible to be trading over on CoinW. So make sure to check it out. Now, having a look into what's that longer term, well, I do not think that Bitcoin is topped out at all just yet. Having a look into what's this on-chain indicator, well, the MVRV-Z score is still trading actually quite low, still indicating that yes, this Bitcoin bull market is not over yet. Now, having a look into what's the short term for Ethereum, yes, we have been forming this ascending triangle, still consolidating inside of this ascending triangle. This is going to be the most important level to hold if we're going to be falling down below. Definitely for Ethereum, that could be looking a little bit bad. But yeah, like I've been talking about, well, Bitcoin is a little bit boring right now in that short term, even in that longer term. But I do think that, yeah, eventually it will be changing, and eventually Bitcoin is going to be going parabolic. Now, having a look into the altcoins, altcoin season is not about to be started just yet. I still want to be seeing this breakdown over here. It can all happen very, very quickly, but right now it's still not the moment. Eventually, I do think that we are going to be breaking this one towards the downside, and then the real altcoin season is going to be getting started. But right now, still not yet in that short term. But anyways, yes, that next Bitcoin move, in my opinion, is just going to be so obvious, because Bitcoin is creating that bull flag pattern, and each and every single time whenever we do this, well, we always see a move towards the upside getting initiated. So yeah, still, I do think that we are quite early in this cycle. We are about to go parabolic. Anyways, guys, with that being said, make sure to be following me over on Twitter to stay up to date about every single market development. And guys, I'll see you in another video later.